Hola amigos, welcome back to my channel. This is video 9 in the Spain vlog series. I can hardly believe it. We only have 2 videos after this and then this series is done, which is very sad, but that just means it's time for another trip. And that will be coming. Anyway, this video, we're going to be back in Seville. We spent a few days in Seville, so this was our 3rd full day in Seville, and we stayed in Seville this day. We had a cooking class in the morning and then a free day in the afternoon, and I went with a group to the Plaza de Espaa, which was one of my favorite things we did out of the entire trip. So for the cooking class that you're about to see, this was so fun. We split into 2 groups. Both groups cooked the same thing, but it was kind of good that we were split up so that everyone could do kind of an equal amount of work. So we had the same class, just divided. One group was literally in one room, one group was in another room, and we were making paella, traditional paella, and patata. I'm not gonna say this right. A tortilla de patata. And then for the afternoon, I will explain when we get there. So let's go. As I mentioned in the intro, in this cooking class, we were making tortilla de patata, which is a Spanish omelet, and it's not anything to do with tortillas as you might typically know them. There is no tortilla to it. It's called a tortilla. I wonder why. I'll have to look that up. And then we were making paella, which is perhaps Spain's most well-known dish, but perhaps also their most misinterpreted dish. Chef Dom, myth-busted paella for us. He's like, what do you think is in paella? And we were like, seafood. And he was like, no. And then just every other ingredient was like, nope, that's actually not supposed to be in paella. So we made a very traditional Valencian paella. Valencia is the autonomous community that paella comes from, and I'll highlight some of the ingredients we used. So if we have any OG viewers watching this video, do you remember En la Cocina with the Educational Alpaca? Oh my. It was usually a disaster and often a lot of fun. She's back. She was back in the kitchen, and this time it went a lot better, but thank you to Chef Dom because I needed guidance.
Break the outside in. There we go. Well done. Good, but we need more.
Yum.
We need it over salty because, again, the rice has, like potatoes, starch. So starch absorbs salt. Okay? Now we can actually add the rice.
So let's sit for that.
Alright, see as wide as the rear, as high as the top. Give it a little shake with the hand. There we go, so it gets flat again. Alright.
Ooh.
Rice in. As wide as the rivet, as high as the stock. That's the rule for the rice. Put it out. Put a plate on top.
It's heavier than you think.
Keep stable the plate. Don't worry about the top.
Okay.
Please don't ready,
go. There you go.
Okay. Yes. Yes, you got it.
Alright.
She did it.
We can wiggle and we put it back. Right?
So I hope you enjoyed cooking class. That was really fun to relive. But now it's time for La Plaza de Espaa. So we had the afternoon free, as I mentioned, and I went with the group to go see the Plaza de Espaa, which was built for the world's, it was that World's Fair Ibero-American Exposition that happened in Spain, 1928 to 1929. This was part of it. And What a highlight. What a feature. So incredibly cool. If you go to Seville, you cannot miss this. It's in the Parque Maria Luisa, which is huge. There's this beautiful park, and then the Plaza de Espaa is in the park, and it's a huge highlight. I would like to dedicate this part of the video to Alberto. I was on the trip with my university, and so this trip was led by one of my former professors, and she and I have traveled together on various trips before. Her husband always comes along to support her on her adventures, and he is just one of my favorite people ever. We love him so much. So Alberto, this one's for you. Alberto and I went on this expedition together with a small group of people, but we just had like the best conversations, and we were walking around the Plaza de Espaa, and it was just this beautiful sunny day in January. There was beautiful classical music playing. There's flamenco dancers dancing. And I just felt like this is a moment that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. It was just such an amazing, amazing experience. I felt so blessed to be there. And I know I'm going to take a mental vacation there whenever I need it. So I hope you enjoy.
Ducks could do that. All our tails.
Hello from la Plaza de Espaa. This is gorgeous. Bienvenidos a la Plaza de España. The peces en el río. Hola, patitos. You have the most beautiful home. That must have been a feat.
In those days, those guys working up there doing the tile work and then doing the second roof